Hey Starseeds, Starseed Discovery here. I don't know if you saw my post, my little short that I made, letting you know that I had COVID last month. So it just drained me, to say the least. I know you know if you've had it, and then it was mind debilitating. I had to reconstruct my my consciousness, my subconsciousness. Um, and yeah, I got COVID from lightning in a bottle, unfortunately. So that was an interesting experience. Um, I've been having to kind of rebuild since I had COVID. So I'm back here with your Stargate 7722 portal reading for your collective. So we're going to have 5 portals here for you. And I'm going to start by first saying welcome and thank you for landing, but letting you know what 7/7 portal is coming in to me as. And I just keep getting like divine peace, like anchoring in peace in our lives. So while I was at Lightning in a Bottle, I was picking up a lot of people's energies as an empath, and so I had to learn how to control my emotions versus letting them control me. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now, especially in this portal. Is like as we're re-emerging and coming back into society as these new bodies, these new light bodies, these new souls that we've stepped into. We are learning how the fuck to do it. Like, no one knows the answer, so there's no right or wrong way. It just is. But learning to protect yourself and set boundaries, and firm boundaries, energetic boundaries as well, is very important. So I learned that at Lightning in a Bottle. But hey, if you were there, I didn't see any of you, but I also just kind of like went into my own little world, like trying to figure out how to navigate the chaos. So we're learning how to navigate the chaos, and this portal is activating peace in our lives and learning how to anchor that in, even in the midst of chaos. On my Instagram, Starseed Discovery, today I made a post saying, in trials and tribulations, there's always self-love. And so please, Starseeds, please do remember that. Okay, so that's pretty much, we're going into the destination. Now we know what destination to go into, or we're learning which ones they are or where it is, and we're like, okay, how the hell do I get there, especially in a peaceful manner. It's not always going to be peaceful, but you can always create peace for yourself, and I definitely myself can relate to struggling with that. We all do. I mean, readers are humans too. Energy healers are humans too. We do make mistakes. Mistakes are opportunities to learn from. So keep that in mind. And wherever I left off in May, oh gosh, I do need to say this too. I had a portal in May that was portal number 1 about losing a child or something near and dear to you. And that ended up being pretty much my portal. Metatron has passed away. He is my white Great Dane. He was only 16 months, and he had advanced heart failure out of nowhere, and he died in my arms from cardiac arrest. So that was definitely my portal. And I am sorry to those of you who can relate to that. It was very difficult. And I had to process and go through that as well. So I needed a little time off because of that and COVID. And I was hoping that lightning in a bottle was going to get me in a good place there. But, and it did. It definitely did. But leaving with COVID was not exactly the answer to my prayers. So, yeah, that was rough. And the moon readings, the new moon readings and the full moon readings that I had announced that I was going to start doing in June, back in the 5/5 portal reading, I will start doing, but I'm actually going to do them on either Vimeo or Patreon, one of the two. So keep an eye out for that. I want you to, I'm going to be using my lovely Isis Goddess Mother, Divine Mother deck. And go ahead and tune in to take a deep breath in and out. And I want to show you each one of these Isis artworks. And you can choose your portal via which one you're drawn to the most. This is portal number 1. Portal number 2. So whatever artwork is activating you the most, pick that one. Portal number 3. Portal number 4. And portal number 5. Go ahead and pick your portal, and below you will find all my information on how to get readings from me, and where you can find me on social media, and also the different chapters, so you can skip to that timestamp. This is one of my favorite decks, the Isis Goddess deck. So it's very near and dear to me, very powerful. And she's definitely going to be here to help you anchor in peace in your life at this time. Let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I was going to say, yes, that we're going to have like more short to the point reading today. I'm trying to get there. Some of my other videos have been pretty lengthy. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and gong us in. Clearing your energies, creating space for peace, love, and light. So we have, and please remember I do not look at these before, failure, you're not alone, creation and expansion in your life, companions, trust, I'm gonna put these here, and it's time to release negative energy. Our Isis is pillar of light. Pillar of light, burning bright, earth star below, soul star above. Burn away all that is not light. Transform all into unconditional love. Star of Isis, descend your blessings and peace without end. Grace me now with peace and protection, completely embraced by divine perfection. So you can screenshot this and you can use it as a prayer or a meditation. So that's beautiful. And this portal, I feel like you have been really struggling with, feeling alone, feeling like no one understands you. I can totally relate. Maybe not having support, right? And sometimes that can really drag on, and it's like, how the fuck do I get through this? Like, I'm never gonna get through this. And it is really all up to you and your mindset and how you navigate that. Releasing negative energy on a daily basis is important. Failure, you can screenshot this. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Didn't we? I swear to God, I didn't pull these cards. I didn't even look at these cards. And I did mention that in our intro, right? So learning a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And knowing you're never alone. Your higher self is always there. Your guides, your ancestors, and your past or loved ones that you knew in this lifetime, and others, and your angels. Source is always there, but you have to make the choices to navigate the way towards peace, stability, and foundation. You are creating expansion, but you might be feeling stuck on how to do that, or you feel like you're not going anywhere. You do have companions by your side. The fairies are definitely there for you, so you can call them in and activate them to come help you to create this expansion. And Isis asking her as well. I know many of you who are starseeds and light workers know how to do this and do it, but then what are you thinking after you do that? So say, you say a prayer, you use this pillar of light prayer, and you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, you get your day started, and then shit starts to happen. How do you navigate through that shit? That's the key. And then practicing that every day until it becomes your truth. And you will be tested over and over again. I don't make up the rules. I am not the universe. These are universal laws. I wish I could change them, but I can't. I tell that to my clients all the time. Learning how to trust yourself, trust that you're not alone, trust that mistakes are opportunities to learn and that they happen to every single one of us. Trusting that you have companions and that you are headed toward expansion and creation. Trusting yourself is key. You have to trust yourself first before you can trust anyone else or anything else. Knowing that your guidance is going to get you where you need to go. We have the Queen of Cups. Ooh, High Priestess and the Moon. Okay, so, and they're all upright. Look at all this feminine energy. Wow, lots and lots of divine feminine energy here. It's either a major arcana or a court card, so very powerful in the tarot here for you. You can get a singing bowl. If you don't, they're really inexpensive to get, just on Amazon. I can post a link below to one that I have. And using the links that I post and liking, subscribing really helps my channel grow and helps me stabilize. So please do those things, but if you're called to. But see all the water here? She's not completely immersed in water, whereas in the Moon she is. Actually, she's a mermaid, I think. Oh no, she's not. But she's completely immersed here, so you may feel like you're drowning at times, and that's okay. We have to know what it's like to drown in our emotions, so we know not to let ourselves drown and become more of a queen in that sense. Using your intuition and trusting yourself, there's no way you can gain peace in the chaos if you can't do this. There's no way you can trust yourself if you can't tap into your intuition and your higher self. There's no way you can ground peace in the chaos if you don't bring love to the situation and open your heart to you more than anyone else, right? Letting go of negativity, and that could be anything in your life. I've been seeing a lot of Scorpio. Like I, for whatever reason, I don't know, I'm not an astrologer, but Scorpio is like been over my house the last month. So, you know, there's lots of old parts dying off, and your higher self is trying to re-emerge from, you know, the unknown. And both of these cards also indicate secrets. So there's some untapped knowledge that you haven't trusted yourself to gain, but then there's also some secrets within you that you haven't faced that are keeping you blocked and stuck. So some shadow work coming through here. You know, she's kind of letting go and letting God, and that's kind of where we have to go when it comes to anchoring in peace in the chaos here. All right, Portal 1, this is your reading. Love and light, take care. All right, Portal 2, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and gong us in. Clearing the space, clearing the energy around you and me. Thank you. Starting with our Isis card, we have Wings of Isis. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic worlds. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness, which would be peace, right? What we're talking about. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. This oracle also brings you angelic assistance, intervention, and confirmation too. You can screenshot that and meditate with it. Knowing I don't look at these cards beforehand, please keep that in mind. We have freedom, star ancestors, and I feel like a lot of your ancestors have a lot to do with either gaining their wings when they've passed over, or angels in general. Air, fly. You have two fairy cards, autumn and green fairy. Wonders. I love this card. And surrender to the divine. Wow, you know, all of it's very related, but we have lots of purple and blues coming out here, so you might want to tune into those chakras or work with them right now. So freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And that is you taking control of what you think, what you do to create peace, to ground peace in the midst of chaos, in the midst of change. Hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. You might have been attracted to Portal 1 also, Portal 2. Air, fly free. So you're freeing yourself. Lots of freedom in this reading. Confirmation. So you're learning how to gain your wings, right? And I feel like a lot of you too are very, very passionate in this portal to not return to Earth. And so you want to gain, you want to do what you have to here, finish your contract so that you can gain your wings, or go to higher dimensions when you pass over. Green fairy and autumn. I love using the fairies because they love assisting us. Lots of earth in these cards. I actually need to actually need to go to the book on this because I actually forgot what these mean. But just looking at them off the bat, I'm seeing a lot of like growth, working in nature. Maybe you want to, or you might be inspired to, or do work with animals or plants somehow. I'm hearing volunteering your time doing that, or spending your free time nurturing plants and gardens. Okay, so the green fairy is healing, and when we work with nature, or volunteer our time to help animals or nature, it could be kids as well. We definitely bring in healing to ourselves first, right? To bring in this freedom, but also to them. So you're being called to do that portal too. To also help others anchor in peace in their lives as light workers that you are. And autumn is about releasing. So tying into this card here, we have, lost wisdom. You've probably have lost some things, or lost hope, maybe even hidden secrets. So asking the fairies to also, and your ancestors to, maybe the fairies are your ancestors and the angels, but asking them to help you find this lost wisdom, or find hope again, or find peace again, to create your world, to create the free life that you're trying to live, to authentically be the freest version of yourself, which we do all here on the Starseed Discovery channel. You have a very special relationship with the angelic, as this was saying, worlds, the star families that you have, and also these fairies here. You want to create wonders again in your life. Maybe going back to a time in your mind where you were like really adventurous and really outgoing, finding new things all the time. You can use amethyst or rainbow fluorite to help you do this. Working with crystals again if you've lost that, regaining that back in your life. and excuse me. And in order to do this, surrendering to the divine is key, right? I mean, divine is freedom, right? So we have to put our faith, our hope, our trust, and surrender to the divine in order to do this. You can do this on full moons, specifically charging your crystals too, to help you keep going. We have to recharge ourselves all the time, so taking naps and whatnot to bring in more healing, more clearing out. So we have 10 of Swords in reverse, 3 of Cups, and 9 of Swords in the reverse. Swords energy, we tend to really overthink things, but the beautiful thing about these, when we've pulled them for you, Portal 2, is that they're in the reverse. So you're walking into new, walking more into freedom with the help of your ancestors, with the help of your inner knowledge, your inner knowing, your inner wonders. You're bringing, more people into your life that are helping you stabilize and that are more like-minded as you, which is really beautiful and something to cherish and hold on to. Sisterhood is coming to me here. So just being very appreciative and thanking the divine for the people that you have in your life that support you and honor you and work with you. So, and really celebrating the fact that, because this is also like a celebration card, you know, reuniting also, but reuniting with your ancestors, your angels, your fairy guides, but really celebrating the fact that you have gotten over these trials and tribulations of being stuck, of sleeping too much from depression, or having nightmares, can't sleep at night, those types of energies, and walking away from really painful endings. If this were right side up, I would say it's an indication of that occurring now, or soon, but I feel like it's in your past and you're like washed away with it. Like it's washed, it's behind you. It's not really affecting your current life right now. But right now you're trying to get more in touch with who you might have once been. Maybe while you were in the Ten of Swords right side up, you lost contact with who you were. So now you're coming back into the sense of who you were before shit hit the fan. So really coming through is like healing, releasing, and sharing that energy in order to anchor in peace, right, during the midst of chaos. Portal 2, that is your reading. Thank you. Love and light. Take care. I also want to say too really quick that I will post below any links to these decks so you can purchase them. Clicking on those links and clicking the like button and subscribing really helps me grow and really helps me stabilize. So please, if you're called to do that, do that. Love and light. Take care. Hey, Portal 3. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. We're going to clear our space, clear your space, your energy, my space, my energy. Such a beautiful ring to it. And I will post links below to all of these decks and anything else that we talk about during your portal reading. So please click those links if you're called to purchase one of those, and like and subscribe, because that really helps my channel and helps ground me and support me. So please do anything that you're called to do. Goddess of 10,000 names. Ooh. If you have felt constrained by a role, name, or identity and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you have sensed a new role or identity calling you into greater expansion and would love some divine help in that growth, this oracle indicates the help you need is already with you, urging your growth from within. So take a screenshot of any of these cards and you can use this as a meditation if you'd like. Miss or Mr. God of 1,000 names. Sex plays no role here. Please keep in mind I do not look at these cards before we do the reading. We have regrets, deep cellular healing, love, relationships and harmony. You have 2 fairy cards, water element, and belief or believe. We have stillness, and conclusions are within reach. Let me double check what this one transpires or translates as. I haven't worked with the fairy oracle in a while, but they always love assisting us. Flow, okay, yeah. So not going against what's going on, right? And learning how to navigate it rather than resist it, because life is going to be ups and downs, right? And what's coming to me the most, but it's not just mothers, but being a mother, that's not all you are, right? That's not your whole life. Being a wife, sister, aunt, business owner, a reader, whatever it is, that's not all you are. You are many things, and embracing all of them that resonate with you as your truth can be a struggle, right? But it's also empowering at the same time. Remembering your true divinity and who you really are, and what all components you really are made up of. And a goddess is never just one thing. She's not just a goddess, she has many things. So we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So if you've gotten into a name or a label, situation pertaining to a label that you regret, try not to regret, right, in general, but rather knowing that you can't change the past. So replacing regret with moving forward, right? And how are you going to do that, right? We're going to put our black boots on and we're going to fucking do it. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, a lot of Arcturian starseeds tuning into this portal 3. Physical and emotional healing. So maybe one or two of you specifically have injured yourself from something that you did, or something that you maybe putting too much on your plate and you were exhausted, or you got an inner knowing not to do something and you did something. We're not resonating in this regret energy and moving forward with power and divinity and love, right? Love and relationships and harmony. Using the divine rose to help you heal your heart. Yeah, there's some contracts here that some of you are regretting getting into pertaining to people, or it could even be entities, and knowing that you can move forward in a way of light. Love and light is going to really ground you, but also give you hope that there is light at the end of the tunnel. The water element here, indicating flow, is again not resisting, and by sitting in the energy of regret pertains to resistance. So washing away regret and bringing in hope for the future, faith, a knowing, an inner knowing and trust that you've learned, right? And you won't repeat the same mistakes. Because sitting in like an energy drowning yourself with this emotional healing here, in a why did I do that? How could I? Why didn't I listen? Blah, all those things. Really keep us in resistance. So the fairy's coming in here, and she's a mer fairy too. So, you can baptize yourself. I've done that before in ocean water, but if you can't get to the ocean, you can do this in lakes as well. But just getting in water in general, on every shower that I take, I'm always tuning into some sort of crystal bowl or some sort of meditation while I'm cleansing my body and thanking Mother Earth for the water, Gaia, even my fairies for cleansing and tuning and clearing out my aura and my chakras. So that's some advice for you. Believing that emotional and physical healing is taking place in your relationships or within you. or around you in your circumstances is key, right? And sometimes we can't find that belief until we're still. Sometimes all it takes is to be still, to find this emotional or physical healing, right? Not overdoing, not overthinking. Here's your believe fairy, here to help you. Ooh, believe. And knowing, I had said this, the light is at the end of the tunnel, knowing that conclusions are within reach. You have to believe that, right? And maybe you need to be still to believe that, and be still to wash away any regret that you might be feeling, and be still to let go of resistance. This is full moon eclipse. I think we have another one coming up in October or November, so pay attention to that. Maybe that's when your conclusion is going to come in as well to your current circumstances, trials and tribulations during this time of anchoring in peace in the midst of chaos and change. So a lot of masculine energy coming in here. In your tarot, we have Temperance, Knight of Cups, and Rebirth. Death, rebirth, but it's reversed, so I'm going to say Rebirth. Which is perfect, right? Because we're learning how to believe in ourselves again after something that we might have created that we want to undo, right? So rebirthing new energy out of that. Learning how to balance, right, is key, and I know like that's redundant, but it's the truth, and it's proven to work. But it's also under the water element card here, it is how to get out of the energy of resistance and draining yourself. Speaking of draining with the Knight of Cups, you want to give to yourself. So taking time out, right? Naps, I love naps. Don't feel bad to take a nap. But also if you want to buy yourself something or take a course in something, there's so many light workers that are doing online courses. Take advantage of those. Being able to reach out to somebody far, far, far away from you that you would have never been able to take advantage of, that their knowledge had there not be the internet, right? But giving back to yourself, replenishing is a part of flow as well. Some of you, there could be like a reconciliation here in a love situation. I hardly talk about that on these readings, but it is coming out here. Maybe some of you, could be divine feminine also, but maybe some of you divine masculines are regretting something you did in a relationship with your divine feminine. Or perhaps letting someone go that you now are like regretting, but knowing you can't change the past, but you can change the now. Being more in the present with that, how, and we really just have to open up, and that can be hard for some people, but I promise you, what's the worst that's going to happen? Even if you get turned down in a situation, whether that be business related, love related, friendship, doesn't matter, you grow from that. You have the opportunity to grow. You could sit in resistance, but how does that help you? It only burdens you. And I think you're learning that, or have known that, maybe coming back into the knowing of that. Taking on too many roles, maybe letting go of some of these roles that you've taken on. The ones that you can't obviously, you know, give back your kid to your womb, right? But you could let go of some projects at work that maybe you signed up to do that is ending up being too much, where you have no time for yourself, or letting go of an activity that you got involved with, you know, where you might have gotten an injury of some sort, and like letting go of that, you know, or letting go of like an animal that you adopt. I never ever like to say that, but that's coming to me here. You know, not just putting it back in the pound, but finding it an actual home, right? Maybe it was too much for you. And that can cause a lot of pain and grief too. So really just giving yourself a lot of love in this time with the Arcturians, working with them, calling in your light family to help you, providing you with Arcturian energy to create emotional and physical healing from it. You know, and everything's going to be okay. You are rebirthing yourself, coming into newness, into new energy, and releasing all of these labels, you know, growing beyond it, you know, for greater expression or expansion. You are being helped here in the midst of your growth. And it might be a little stagnant, and trust me, I can relate to that. I'm still at my mother's, and I thought I was going to be here for 3 or 4 fucking months. It's been 13. So things can get really stagnant, and my faith has definitely been challenged. But you definitely already have the help that you need, okay? And that can kind of be a slap in the face. You're like, okay, it's just me. And yeah, it is just you. So slap in the face, but wake up call. Yeah, but it's going to be okay. You are a new version of you, letting go of what has been created, and not necessarily uncreating, right? Because we can't change the past, but knowing what to do now to create more peace and harmony in your life amongst the chaos, grounding and anchoring that in. Okay, Portal 3, this is your reading. Love and light. Take care. Hey, Portal 4. These have been very short and sweet, which we like, right? I do want to mention I'm going to be posting these decks below, so please click on the links if you're called to work with them. And also, liking and subscribing really supports my channel, supports me, helps me grow, and helps me ground myself as well. I'm going to clear the space, clear your space, clear my energy in this space. Deep breath in and out. Starting with our Isis card, the Brother in Darkness. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid. Please know I do not look at these cards before the portal readings. We always have some sort of synchronicity, and I'm like, I didn't do that. So we have envy, big picture thinking, as above, so below. The card's trippy. I'm always like, oh, it's right side. Nope, it's not. It's a mirror reflection. For your fairy, we have beloved. patience, and balanced spirituality and practicality. Envy, we have I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Screenshot these at any time. Let me give you this one too, in case you want to use it for meditation or a reminder. Bugs everywhere. I'm in my barn, and if you hear the fan, it's hot as shit, and we have bugs visiting us today, so pardon the bugs. But they are part of Mother Earth, so I've had to learn to like them. You know, and dark bugs can be considered like, ew, yucky, and like embracing that darkness for what they actually are, right? So moving more into your divine feminine, maybe some of you with this beloved card, this is about mothering, and I feel like, you know, mothering yourself, but also like you're ready to mother something, whether it's a child, a garden, a new project, a new business, a loving animal. You're ready, and maybe some of you think that you're not, but you are ready to move more into that divine feminine power. And it is power, so know that. You are, as a divine feminine, a creator, but even divine masculine, we can't create without him. He is also a creator. And we have masculine and feminine within each and every one of us, right? So learning how to balance those two things. Heaven and earth, as above, so below. So you're being called to do, your higher self is calling you in to do more in and around you. Creating more. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Some of you are Pleiadian starseeds in this portal 4. Or resonate with that somehow. And I feel this isn't necessarily pointed towards you, portal 4. I feel like this envy is those around you. Maybe people telling you that you can't be a mother, or that you can't be a business owner or a light worker, or you're not a starseed, you know, and that's them just reflecting onto you what they feel about themselves. So really tuning that out and really coming into alignment with yourself, as above, so below. Zooming out and seeing the big picture. Lots of pink here. There is a zeal chakra located in the back of your head. And that is definitely like a newer chakra coming online that we had during Lemurian and Atlantean times. These are it is a very powerful chakra, so I feel like you're getting activated in that way. So darkness will try to find you. Negativity will try to find you when these things are coming online. You know, envy is really, it is a very negative entity, and it can do a lot of harm energetically. So learning, and it will find you, especially when your lights are coming on. So when your light codes are being activated to higher realms, fifth dimensional energy surrounding you and within you. So knowing how to protect yourself is very important. And you know, you can use your chakras, your crystals to align your chakras to help you with protection, but also working with them, wearing them, setting a grid in your home to get protected. Amethyst is a good one. But any dark colored crystals are good for that. Setting boundaries in your auric field, using the violet flame or white light, any light that you're called to use. But I also use black light, which helps you find the things you can't necessarily see in the dark. But working with light to help you set protective barriers, and of course your angels as well, and your ancestors. Dream catchers are really powerful when they are created from somebody who knows what they're doing, but also with these intentions of catching bad dreams or nightmares or just negative energy in general. So look into that. I have one that I use in my house, and I will post a link for that below, and it works wonders. I can even channel it energetically and it'll work. Being patient with yourself, right? And big picture thinking, visionary inspired ideas. You are being inspired to step up and call yourself up to do more. And so darkness will find you in those times, but being patient, getting onto this path, even especially if it's a new path, like, how do I do it? That's one of the biggest questions I have with my clients is, I know I'm supposed to do more, but I don't know what, but I don't know how. And we always want answers now, because that's what we're programmed to do in 3D, but that's not how it works. Especially in 3D, it takes a lot longer to manifest things that we want. Sometimes things we don't even want, but usually it's something that we really, really want. Patience is definitely a part of that recipe, a part of that spell to bring those things in. And being patient, if you're continuously getting hit with darkness, being patient with fighting those off, right, like a moth to a flame, but also being patient with your light work and your manifestations that you have, that you could be doing, might want to be doing more of, to trap the light and transmute it into, to trap the dark and transmute it into light and love. I'm always sending that negative energy to Gaia to transmute it and recycle it into love. If you don't know that, now you do. Working with her core crystal, I do that all the time. Like she absorbs it and sends it back out as love. Especially in V. Ooh. So balance, spirituality, and practicality. That's going to be part of big picture thinking. We've got turquoise and teal coming in too, so that's cosmic heart. If you're not being activated with your zeal chakra, you're being activated with your chakra, your cosmic heart chakra, or both. But it's a huge part of ascension and your light body. Grounding ourselves, anchoring in peace in times of chaos and major change, or switching gears. Knowing that whatever you're being called to do as a divine feminine, masculine, you have to have a plan, right? But also, we can't just all be high, we can't all be low. It has to be a fine balance. Like maybe some of you are mothers, and you're like, how do I be a light worker and a mother at the same time? Right? And it's balance. This is full moon in Pisces. She's behind a moon too. So really working with the moon. Oh, moon again. Yeah, really working with the moon portal for to also cleanse and clear your energies. And I also do this with water, you know, when I'm taking a bath or a shower or just even swimming, but asking Gaia and her water to wash away anything unwanted from my body and my auric field. And I'm usually listening to a meditation or some sort of crystal bowl on YouTube. So I have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, and Knight of Swords in the reverse. What's going on here? So envy can really be a contributor, even if it's not your own envy. It definitely does not help you to be jealous of anyone else if this is true to you. But like I said, I'm feeling more of this being like an outside energy. And it can, if you're not careful, from blocking yourself off from and protecting yourself from people that are jealous of you or that do envy you and your lifestyle and want that for themselves, they will draw energy from you and cause blockages. So it is very important to stay clear and free of these type of people. Sorry, little bug. Hope it didn't kill you. Honoring all life, right? So maybe some of you need to get out of partnership because of this, right? Ending contracts with people and relationships that cause this sort of energy. Especially in love. Like, ugh, no. So I'm feeling these 2 cards are really related here. The Knight of Swords in reverse, and sometimes the Knight of Swords can be quick in and out, right? You didn't even see it coming, you didn't see it going. And that energy can kind of be dark sometimes, low vibrational, but it is in the reverse. So if you tune back into your divine feminine masculine energies here and balance yourself, right? Practicality and spirituality here, you will see more of these envious dark energies fleeing. Okay, it is in the reverse, so it is, you know, walking away from that or cutting it out, right? Using your sword to cut it out, cutting cords, but you're not going to see it as much. It will dissipate, okay? Knowing that, being patient with it as well, and patient with yourself, patient with your words and conversating these things. When it's right, you know, depending on the reading and what you're asking, if it's right side up, it can be working, right? It can be working hand in hand, working against your manifestation. Both of these cards are really manifesting cards indicating manifestation of what you want. Look, lots and more moon here. Yeah, Portal 4, you really got to work with the moon cycles, becoming aware of them and what to do during them. Lots and lots of information out there on the web. And I post a lot of stuff on my social medias as well about it when they come time. There's a message in this 8 of Pentacles I haven't hit on yet. 1 second. Let me tune in. I think a lot of you are also afraid of your power. So coming into, and that's darkness too, right? We can even be our own darkness at times. So knowing that that doesn't serve you and that it's holding you back, but also it's preventing you from helping the world around you. So do not be afraid of your own strength and your own power, your own divine masculine and feminine energies. Coming into balance with both of those. That will strengthen your manifestation abilities, but also bringing you closer to heaven and earth, as above, so below, your higher self, bringing you closer to your goals, finding inspired ideas, and even growing stronger visions for yourself, but also the ability to have visions in general, right? You might be blocking yourself from that ability. Not trusting, not having patience for yourself. But I also feel, the Knight of Swords in reverse here, I feel like once we clear out this envious energy, these inspired ideas are going to come to you. Like, you're going to unblock, everything's going to go upright, and you're going to see the inspired ideas because you're going to be able to think from a broader perspective. And yes, you can. You can create, okay? This is your reading, Portal 4. Love and light. Take care. Portal 5. Hello. Take a deep breath in and out. I'm going to clear the space, clear your space, clear my energy and yours. I'm going to be posting links below for all of the decks I used today, so if you're feeling called, please click on the link that helps support me, and like and subscribe, because that really helps my channel, helps me grow, and really helps ground me. So please do it if you're feeling called to. The likes and the subscriptions are very easy. Starting with your Isis Goddess card, we have a Divine Sunchild. Ooh. Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits. Yeah. The whole peace and chaos thing, right? To let your light burn bright and without veil. Just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. So you can screenshot this and any of the cards today to work with in meditation. A lot of sun children in this portal. Hello, sun children. Just so you know, I do not pull the cards. They just come out before the readings. I mean, I don't select them, meaning like they just, it's guidance that brings it all together. There's a lot of synchronicities in these, and I swear I don't do it. I have Indecision, Star Brothers. You might have been also called to Portal 4. Dimensional Gateway and Invitation. The Tattoo Fairy. Leadership. You have 2 Sacred Destiny cards. Embracing. Ooh, Embracing Leadership. Yeah. And the sun's very much a leader too, right? Very masculine, leading energy. And confidence is your key. I'm pretty sure this is about creativity, but let me just double check because I haven't worked with the Fairy Oracle in a while. Oh no, it wasn't. That's funny. The one before it is creativity. This one's labeling. So the chant for this card is, through the golden light of realm, I see my true self and in all my perfection. I see the perfection of all others and how I honor their right to be just as they are. We are all perfect children one of this one source, so it be. It says, cut labels out of your clothes today. That's funny. So knowing that we can't control others around us, right? This might be causing some indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Using your intuition as well, and bringing in this tattoo fairy, or just your fairies in general that you work with, to help you quit labeling and expecting from others. What you expect out of yourself, you can only expect greatness from yourself, right? And if others around you do, great. And if they constantly contribute pain, suffering, drainage, right? That's when we have to use our intuition to guide us on what to cut out that no longer serve us. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Trusting the intuition, trusting that if your intuition is guiding you to cut something out of your life, or resist labeling yourself or others. This could even be related to mental health as well. Like, I stopped labeling myself as, which I had a minute ago still, of dyslexia, but I no longer label myself dyslexic, because that's just reaffirming that I have that in my life, right? I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying not identifying with it anymore. And it's like over time, and even years even, but over time, it slowly dissipates. So trusting that your intuition is on, and trusting that you're protected by cutting away these things. Even if it hurts. What's best for you and the highest good of you is also what's best for others and the highest good of them in the long run. So calling in your star family here, we have a lot of, Egyptian confirmation coming in with Horus and the Egyptian desert and sun here. A lot of masculine energy. You do not have to be masculine in this reading. We all have divine feminine and masculine within each and every one of us. And balancing those two, right? That's when we really get invited to higher dimensions. An invitation here to a dimensional gateway. If you can cut away these things, you will be ascending further and further, closer and closer to 5D, to where you probably want to be at this time. Or maybe you're like, I feel like I'm never going to get there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Knowing that staying loyal to yourself and your practices, trusting that staying loyal to your practices will keep you protected and safe, and you will find the end of the tunnel very soon. Confidence is key. You know, this is new moon in Leo, and Leo is ruled by the sun. The sun doesn't ever get a day off, right? He always shows up. He is loyal to you. And you can trust that the sun's going to always be there. So being confident, just like the sun, just like a lion, and confident in your intuition on what to do. Maybe some of you are getting intuition and you're like, I need to call a reader, or I need to check out this reading because I just don't know. And that's fine. Totally fine. We all go through that. But maybe you've been becoming too reliant on that, right? And taking a break and trusting yourself and your inner knowing over what anybody says, even over what I say in this reading. If it doesn't resonate or align with you, it's not for you. You are embracing leadership, and the sun is a leader, right? A very authoritative masculine leader. So embracing leadership. And I've seen this card come out, these two cards come out together before. So they definitely like to work with each other. We do have the sun here in the background as well. We just had summer solstice, so I posted a meditation from the Curious Yogi channel on my Facebook if you want to check that out. It was really inviting and very soothing, very grounding, and talking about this peace as well in your life in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. Maybe some of you are resisting being leaders, or you think you're not good enough to be a leader. But you are a light leader. Portal 5, you are a light leader. Please know that. Or some of you are just in the energy of embracing it, and you're just kind of like stagnant with it. Using the sun to help you with your confidence in your leadership skills, but also becoming more unstagnant and taking more action, which is embracing, right? Taking more action towards stepping up to your leadership roles and your light work and your starseed journeys. Working with the sun, you can do sun salutations in the sun. I did that on summer solstice, and it was really inviting. A little too hot, but here in Texas, but I recommend it if it's not too crazy hot where you are, or even doing it when the sun goes down. But meditating in the sun, channeling the sun. Like, I think in Alaska right now, it's going into total darkness, or it is total darkness where there is no sun. So you'll want to channel the sun to help you in this case, if you're in Portal 5 and in Alaska, which I don't doubt. And we do have the polar bear here. Alright, so we have 4 swords in reverse, King of Wands. Maybe the polar bear is your spirit animal too. For some of you, like, you really love polar bears. I definitely do. And we also have the North Star. And remember, stars, the sun is a star, okay? That's why it's well, it's the only star that rules a zodiac sign, but you know, it is still a star. So just remember that. And so if you're in Alaska, where it's dark all the time, you know, you can use any of the stars to channel, because they are sun energy, or work with them outside or what have you. We have the 4 swords in the reverse, the King of Wands. Ooh, another lion. Yeah, lots of Leo energy coming through in this reading. Maybe a lot of your Leos or have it in your chart. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So you are a leader, okay, Portal 5. And I think a lot of you are running away from the idea, or have in your past. But the moment you accept that, you will be invited into another dimension, another reality. And if you want to create, you know, more masculine energy in your reality, more stabilization, right? More leadership. You just accept those things. Accept you are a leader. Accept you are a passionate leader, and that you know how to use your intuition. Tuning into what really lights you up, what lights your fire. But I feel like some of you have resisted or are resisting these roles in leadership, and it's not going to run away from you. It's going to keep whispering in your ear. So choosing what makes you happy, what lights you up, and that's literally your leadership. It doesn't have to be any more difficult than that. And, you know, with the tattoo fairy here and labels, like, you're damn right, label yourself as a leader, especially a light leader. Calling in labels that we want, releasing the ones that we don't want, and others around us. Like, label yourself whatever you want, but try not to label others, right? But there's a message here in this Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Let me tap into it. I'm just hearing like making a choice to step up to what you're being called to do as a leader, to create the expansion in your reality, new dimensions that you haven't experienced before, and accepting those things. Accepting you are a divine sun child, accepting you have the energy of the lion, whether you're a Leo or not, or the polar bear, or the crane. The crane is a very, very big bird, very big. And they typically travel alone or in pairs, but he's alone here, right? And not, you know, being alone, not lonely, knowing that you're never alone, you know, calling in your divine star family here and your angels, but you know, you don't have to do things alone, but maybe some of you, like I was saying earlier, rely too much on others answering your questions, on others telling you what your path is, where you're supposed to go. You are a leader. You make those calls. You call the shots in your life. And not letting other people tell you what you are. Nope. You tell yourself that. So just simply making that choice that you're no longer going to allow others to tell you who and what you are. And creating distance, space, or even cutting them out completely. Using white light, violet light to transmute and burn those energies away. Look how confident he is, right? Confidence is key, Portal 5. Especially when it comes to leadership roles. Okay? So asking the sun and your wand energy to create confidence in your life so that you can be who you truly are, authentically are, and want to be. You came here as a sun child. So it's time to walk that path if you already are not. And if you are and you're struggling or have stagnant energy, tap into your intuition and trust it. Tap into the safety and the loyalty that you have with your star family to get you where you need to go. And don't just solely rely on them, because they're not going to solely be there for you. That's not how it works, and that's not encouraging. That's more enabling, so they will not do that. You have a brain, right? Use it. I say that all the time. Use your brain, use your intuition, use that beautiful computer inside of there for the best, to help navigate emotions in your heart center so you can surrender to who you are, surrender and embracing your leadership roles and skills, and not letting anybody tell you who you are to take you off your path. Like a moth to a flame, darkness will find you, especially when you're entering into new dimensions. So staying confident and that you are protected during those times as well, is going to really assist you and in helping you create the life that you want to live and be the freest version of you. Making those choices and taking action, like the sun. Okay, Portal 5, this is your reading. Love and light. Take care.